Penrite Oil, Sandown SuperSprint. Yesterday we saw a blazing start from Davison. What do we see now as Van Gisbergen launches? Waters on the outside, have a go at Brock Feeney. He's got pace to burn, but nowhere to go. And plunging up the inside as Mostert. Waters has hung out to dry, and he drops back far and wide.
Well, that was the best start of the lot by Brock Feeney. He had nowhere to go. Is that LeBlanc or Hazelwood off the road through there? He's been able to get back on the road, but with contact. There were two other cars on the inside when he rejoined. He was out of control when he got back on the black stuff. I don't know who he got, but there was definitely contact.
Great start by Van Gisbergen. No fuss. Got to the first corner. Was under assault from Mostert and Waters at one point, but Cam managed to stay on despite running wide down there at one. Golding very wide. The subway entry has to straddle the top of the curve at turn 7. And look at Mark Winterbottom trying to hustle by on the run down at turn 9.
And Will Davison, for Davison fans, what a great opening half a lap. He's up 3 spots already, up to 8th.
Van Gisbergen, Mostert, Feeney. Nice work off the start by Brock Feeney. Had a pile of pace. Problem was he was on the outside with nowhere to go when he got down there. And here's the recovering Jack LeBrock that we saw just having a difficulty further back in the opening lap. So, Van Gisbergen, Mostert, Feeney, Waters, Reynolds, Brown, Heimgartner, Davison, Pye and Golding. Nice work, James Golding.
Great job. And that LeBrock is part of the gamesmanship of the overtake, and he has a little lunge. He's not up there far enough. He gives him a bump, and he's backed out of it now. But now Andre Heimgartner gets a run on Scott Pye. Now, if Andre can hang around the outside, no, he's pulled back in. Sometimes if you can get around the outside of the car in front, you're on the inside for the final corner. 5 cars, good operators, good cars in that cluster. And then James Courtney tucked in behind them. So, drilled.
And he's actually given him quite a decent whack. So have a look at the bonnet on Brody's car.
It is a difficult spot, Neil, isn't it? When you do fire into the pit lane.
So not good. And with the high-speed straights here, and Golding actually tours the paddock as well and throws a few kilos of mud around. And just to add insult to injury, the mud will have landed on Brody's windscreen. Based on the pace they've got in the car, that's the reason why we're saying, oh, that was close. But
right, really?
Was it? Well, no, I was looking at Ben Croak's right foot. He nearly got run over. Unable to restart quickly. So, replaying here what happened to Will Davison. Oh, that's no good. Oh, for 2 reasons.
And Feeney actually on the rejoin will be vulnerable here. He's over now. They've got a drama with a stop. Stall, won't engage the starter. Now give it a little rock. And he has lost a bucket load of time now.
Control to all teams, pit lane penalty drive through, car 17, pit lane infringement.
Yeah, could smell that one coming after we saw the replay. Race director making the call.
Nice stop. They had to do this because the rear tyres, you can see the balance wasn't very good. You were talking about their speed. They could put something on it to help it. And can he get out? No. Brad Jones Racing, great job. They're able to get that spot in the pit lane. Heimgartner come in right behind him. He's able to exit in front. Nice job.
3.3 seconds, Andre Heimgartner. That was an awesome stop. And he chased across to the left-hand side of the road to see if he could hang on to a spot, but unable to, and he's actually got away from Cam in that process. So they were bumper to bumper as they were leaving the lane. Trying to now turn it down on the inside, coming out the other side. So, and this was location for David where he made his debut back in 2007. So it looks like he's on target now to be able to get to the podium. 7 laps remaining. Waters down the inside. The slightly dirtier part of the road. You can see more tyre marbles beginning to build up down there now as well.
Nicely executed. That pass basically started from the exit of turn 9 to keep racing at this venue. Oh, that was a monster moment, wasn't it? Will Brown just had an ugly slide there. Did they actually make contact?
In a straight line there, I don't understand why it was all crossed up.
But it was.
Yeah.
This is now for the podium. I don't know whether they hit or not. Now, what you can do here is sneak around the outside, turn it in, turn it. Sometimes, if you're brave enough, you can wheel it towards the guy on the inside, sneak around the outside, then you're on the inside for the next corner. It does take a fair degree of mutual participation.
The timing showing that he's actually done that. A little bit of damage in the right rear corner of that car as well, and there's about to be some more.
Nicely done, Tim Slade.
And he managed to put together 3 victories. Yesterday, they did not have enough pace. And there you can see the limping Brodie Kostecki in car number 99 with that damage around the front of the car. They just need to get it to the line and get it classified. Final corner for Van Gisbergen. Thumping performance by Shane, and he gets across the line. He's got a 7.3 second margin to claim race number 25. Confirmation of the results for you for race number 25 of our championship season. 7.5 seconds, that gap officially at the end. Shane Van Gisbergen over Chaz Mostert. Will Brown, bit of a gap back to him. David Reynolds just missing out on the podium in the end. Scott Pye will be relieved with that one based on some of the trauma that he's had this championship season, followed by Andre Heimgartner, Cam Waters, who very clearly didn't have a very well-balanced car out there from Di Pasquale. James Golding in 9th. That's a fantastic performance for Peter Gibberis's outfit and Premier High Racing and Subway. Brock Feeney, who had his battles there as well, followed by Tim Slade. Winterbottom, Courtney Jones, Davison ended up being 15th after all of that mark. And then we have Pither, Randall, Holdsworth, Percat, who pitted quite late, Jake Kostecki, Bryce Fullwood, Smith, followed by the other Kostecki being Brodie. Todd Hazelwood, Jack LeBrock didn't make the grade from early in the game.